And in doing so, we lose our individual voice. We lose our individuality. And so we see a lot of confused people. So the question becomes not who am I, but who can I be? Society places this label of to answer who am I? Well, I'm a doctor, I'm this, I'm that. I add to the materialistic world. Gentlemen, what's going on? Great day to be alive. This is the Better Man channel, where we choose to discover the faculty of man. We engage in creating our own identity. We don't readily accept the neat packaged labels that society would place upon us. We begin to discover our own agency, what we're capable of. We live in a culture today, an unidentifiable culture, a generation where people classify as non-binary. We see this extension of genders as if there's more than two. We see people reaching out, longing for something to cling to, and rightfully so. I'm not disagreeing that we should have an identity, that we should grab a hold of it, that it makes who we are. It is our very being and innate nature to grab a hold of something. But without proper directions, without proper steps to guide people towards something, a proper target that they can aim at, we're going to see the current state. We're going to see chaos. We're going to see directionless people wandering around aimlessly, creating chaos. These unidentifiable people, this generation longing for something, is hungry for chaos because they have no order. And we foster this. Society fosters this by those questions we ask the youth. We ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? And we're guiding them that direction. We're initiating that answer to be, well, I want to be a fireman, doctor, policeman, sports star, what have you. But we're kind of leading them that direction instead of asking them, who do you want to be? What characters do you want to possess? Because in asking that question, we help them extend their possibilities. We don't narrow them down into a one position, a one career path. Who do you want to be? What characters do you want to possess? So that you can become more, not just a policeman, not just a doctor, but what values and morals do you want to uphold? What can we teach you and guide you into becoming a better man? Instead of pointing them in one direction. It's the same for adults. We're out in the social arenas of life, and people ask, well, what do you do? We're quick to tell them, I'm a plumber, I'm a doctor, I'm this, I'm that. We confine ourselves to this one thing. And I know it's quick to spout out that off in the social area, just I'm this, and then it gives them a little idea of what you are. But it's that label. It's a label that confines you. And then we begin to believe that. Day after day, week after week, year after year of going to that same job, of being just another economic cog in the machine, we lose our public agency. We lose that faculty of manhood that I talked at the beginning of the episode. That's what we're in search of, right? Be proud of your job and your career path, but recognize that's only one piece of who you are. And I'm all for the capitalistic nature of the government in its true essence, because I believe that it breeds a hierarchical system where we compete to get better and better. And I love the idea of competition so that we don't settle for mediocrity, but we're always trying to rise. But in this materialistic, consumeristic culture that we've created, it encapsulates this idea that we're just another cog in the machine, and it gives us a dollar value instead of this intrinsic value to become more. The world sees you as just another dollar value that can add some substance in this materialistic world. What can that person produce? What are they producing? And better yet, what are they consuming? Right? Government, the bureaucracy, they see us as consumers. What are we going to buy? What value are we going to bring in a financial sense? Not that public agency. Not that intrinsic value of some existential meaning, but what can you bring in a very tangible sense that adds a dollar value to this culture? And again, I'm not against that capitalist nature of let's succeed. But in doing so, when we become so materialistic and so consumeristic minded, we lose our true value. And we see that in society today. And I believe that's a crucial part of the uprising in this lost generation, right? They're looking for something. They're longing for something. They don't want to be that cog in the machine that has no voice, that has no say. And I come from a conservative background, and I had both parents in my home, so I had direction in that sense of guidance and that connection. And a lot of families in this current state don't. We see a lot of broken homes. We see a loss of values, a loss of morality. And so we see this generation reaching for something. And for too long, we've readily accepted those neat packaged labels that society would place upon us. You're this and you're that. And in doing so, we lose our individual voice. We lose our individuality. And so we see a lot of confused people. So the question becomes not who am I, but who can I be? Society places this label of to answer who am I? Well, I'm a doctor, I'm this, I'm that. I add to the materialistic world. But instead, we must begin asking ourselves, who can I be? Who can I be as a man? Who can I become today? How can I become stronger? How can I become sharper? How can I elevate my mindset, that solar perception that allows me to see things above for what they truly are? All right, for too long, we've accepted that label and we really think we're something, and it builds up this platform. And we really have pride in that. And again, have pride in your job and your career. But do not think that that's the wholeness of who you are. Your occupation is just a piece of you. This world, we need men to have voices. We need them to have that character, that example, not only in the workplace, but in their life. We were created to live, not solely work. Work is a part of that. And I encourage that, to find a career that suits you and that you enjoy. But never accept the label that that's solely who you are. Why have we lost our identity? Because we've accepted the label that we're just another economic cog in the machine. Set that aside and begin to explore who you are, your traditions, your values, your beliefs. That's your identity. That's who you are, not what you do. You are a man of character. You're an upright man that believes in this. You stand against that, and that makes up your substance, your manhood, your masculinity, your virtue. You're not just a plumber, a doctor. You're not just another cog in the machine. You are the machine, created to be that man machine of substance and value. I love you guys. You'll hear me next episode.